Hey everybody, and welcome to another video on the new Battlebots Pack for the video game Robot Arena 2. So, once again, similar to the last few videos, basically we're just going to continue introducing more robots as we get 8 more robots here for you that I'll plan on showing off and testing out here in this video. So, let's go ahead and check out which 8 robots are going to be featured in Group 11. Okay, so some big names and a couple fan favorites right off the bat. We got Big Dill with its interesting lifter right there, and then right down below, another control bot, another lifter bot, fan favorite Duck with 2 configs. Then over on the right side, we got Robot Wars Series 10 Champion Eruption, and that powerful flipper. Right down below, another fan favorite lifter driven by an absolute legend in Gary Jin. We have free shipping. And then finally, the last one in that page, we got Pain Train with that unique style drum spinner that should be able to give us some entertainment. Then we got some big names here on this one. The last 3, we got Lockjaw, former Desperado champion, former semifinalist, and should be a great one to see here. Then right down below, Slammo. Always love another good control bot, and we'll see if I can get a suplex with Slammo by the end of this video. And then finally, we have the runner-up for the recent season of Battlebots, Witch Doctor, and that nightmare of a vertical spinner. So, yeah, style of this is basically going to be the same, and all that stuff. So, I'd say let's go ahead and get this underway. We're going to lead it off with Duck versus Witch Doctor. And I'm going to drive Duck for this fight, and we're going to see how this goes. Yeah, this is a rematch from the recent season, and yeah, we're gonna see how this goes for myself. I think Witch Doctor is probably gonna have the edge in this one, but find out at least. So let's go ahead and get this underway now. I'll turn on the sound effects for Duck's next fight, but one thing that I really like most about Duck, at least in this game, is the fact that Charlie managed to actually get Duck to quack, at least. And I can't do it right now because I muted the sound effects. That's why you're not hearing it quack right as a lift comes in every time. But yeah, when we get to Duck's second fight, I'll turn that stuff on. Actually, I can probably just do that right now. Actually, let's just do it now. There we go. Yeah, why do it later when I can just do it right now and show you all that's the truth. Yeah, I gotta say, one of my favorite things that Charlie did when creating this mod has to be every time the lifter triggers, Duck quacking and everything, just like it did in Battlebots that season. But so far, this has been a pretty back and forth fight, at least. And oh boy. Yeah, we've been taking the hits pretty well so far. Oh boy, oh gosh, the Witch Doctor took part of a wheel off. No! Oh boy, I think part of the lifter was just taken out. Oh boy, Witch Doctor took off a full wheel. Oh boy. Now that's gonna make things a little bit harder here. Duck definitely doesn't have the greatest lifting power, as it did in real life, to be fair, because like Duck didn't have the most powerful lifter even in real life either, so it's pretty well replicated, at least with the Duck that we know from the recent season. But yeah, I will miss Duck though, for the fact that Duck is going to be retired. But it kind of does make sense, because like, while Duck is like an extraordinary robot, oh boy, and now I have drive on one side. But yeah, back to what I was saying, while Duck is like an absolutely extraordinary robot, like the meta and several of the rules now for Battlebots just don't fit Duck anymore. At least it just doesn't fit Duck's style. Well, at least. Well, we ended it on a good note, even though we had only one set of wheels left, and that was a pretty good fight. But yeah, we'll have Duck back for another fight coming later. But I'm gonna mute sound effects because I muted sound effects a while back just because was having issues with like the sound effects overpowering at least what I was talking about here and all that stuff. But we're gonna move on. Slammo versus Pain Train, another rematch from a recent season. So, and I'm gonna drive Slammo for this one, and we're gonna see if I can get a suplex in. Okay, let's do this thing now. Not sure how effective Slammo's or Pain Train's drum spinner is, at least. I haven't really seen much out of Pain Train, at least from other content creators. There we go. All right, we got an early one in. Oh boy. So, we got some pieces coming off. I think those are probably pieces of us. Yes, I doubt those are pieces of Pain Train. Oh boy, we are losing pieces to our grappler. No, no, no! I need to get out of that. Holy crap, we cannot... Pain Train is now winning at the ground game. Like, I do think if these two were to rematch, I would probably predict Pain Train if this was a prediction podcast and these two were about to fight again. But, like, really it could go either way, I feel, because, like, I definitely could also see Slammo pulling it off pretty easily, and I need to get out of there. Holy crap. And I saw the spark right there. We were about to get control boarded. Meaning I'll give the win to Pain Train right there. That was pretty good. Because we got some good moments in for Slammo, and then Pain Train just ripped Slammo to shreds right there. So we're gonna move on to our next fight, which features Big Dill and free shipping. And I planned this out earlier. I'm gonna drive free shipping for this one, and I'll drive Big Dill for its second fight. Now here comes the fun of figuring out where Big Dill is in this section, because I know it's down here somewhere. Alright, let's go. I want to try to test the front out a little bit. See if I can get underneath Big Dill. Ooh, so far we can. Oh gosh, let's not flip ourselves. Oh boy, Big Dill's lifter is pretty powerful. There we go, and now we torched and got a couple flips on that pickle. There we go, we got a nice hold on it. Want to see if I can get it out of the arena or something. And so far, I'm definitely winning the driving game, and I think that's what's been key to this fight so far. That's what the key is to almost every control battle, just winning the driving game, I feel. Because if you don't have the ground game, you gotta outmaneuver your opponent in order to win from there, so... Yeah, and also one problem with the AIs is just the fact that almost all lifter and flipper bots are like really trigger happy, and that ends up really hurting them in the process. And oh gosh, I think I am stuck in the floor. Oh, not anymore. There we go. They're underneath us, but we got pretty good. We definitely seem to have the better pushing power at least. And oh boy, let's get off there. Oh geez, Big Dill couldn't even flip us. Seems like Big Dill struggles to lift when completely underneath an opponent, at least in this mod, which is kind of unfortunate because that's just gonna hurt Big Dill a lot, at least in this mod pack. This has definitely been a common thing amongst quite a few lifters that I've seen so far, because I know Big Dill, Deadlift, I'd say somewhat Sub-Zero, and even somewhat Claw Viper, and absolutely had a blast driving Claw Viper. And hopefully that's something they'll change, at least in the future, because I hear Charlie is planning on coming out with some updates to this, kind of like improving the pack a little bit based off of flaws noticed. But anyway, let's move on. Eruption and Lockjaw. I'm going to drive Eruption for this fight. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I'm definitely concerned about this one just because it's Lockjaw for an opponent, and Lockjaw could very easily rip me to shreds. And oh, we got an early lift on a decent start so far. So far, we're winning the ground game early on. Let's see if I can lead Lockjaw and get out of the arena. Come on, come on. Oh, near miss. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yes! All right. Had to be very conservative because I've definitely seen a lot out of that spinner, and I know well that Lockjaw's spinner is, like, no joke. So I definitely wanted to be very conservative about this whole thing, and I'm calling it at I'll go 130 if Lockjaw doesn't get back into the arena. Okay, we're just gonna call it at that, because I think Lockjaw's just gonna end up floundering out there. But then we're gonna next go up with Duck and Pain Train. I'm gonna drive Pain Train for this fight, and okay, it's time to do this thing. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm definitely gonna want to try to rip apart Duck's front with Pain Train's drum spinner. I think that's gonna be the best way of taking on Duck in this fight. Oh, we're getting underneath Duck pretty early on. That's a very good sign so far, but oh boy, Duck's getting underneath us now. I'm definitely noticing Pain Train definitely has some gyro to it, which is not what I want. That's making it a little tricky to drive Pain Train. Oh, we are taking some wheels off. There we go, there we go. Now we're starting to really take apart the front and rip apart Doug's ground game. Alright, there's an entire wheel gone. Jeez, even that tiny little lifter left is enough for Duck. That tiny little fork left is enough for Duck to scoop us up. Alright, come on, come on. There we go, there we go. Back underneath again. Hey, there we go. We got control board KO and victory for Pain Train. And Pain Train 2-0 in this video. Pretty effective. So, okay, next fight: Big Dill and Slammo, and I'm gonna drive Big Dill for this fight. It's another battle of control bots, and this should be interesting. And let's see how this goes. So. Okay. Bring it on. Slammo. Oh gosh, and Slammo is lower than us. Now I just gotta take advantage of the fact that lots of these lifter bots are just really trigger happy, and without getting flipped like this, oh gosh. The AI is not gonna suplex us if it works like that. Oh man! Oh, I can't believe we actually managed to do that. I did not think the Big Deal was going to be able to get out of the arena, but pretty satisfied that it did at least. And I did not think I was going to be winning that fight right there with the fact that Slammo was getting underneath so easily, and even at points I was having a hard time trying to get around that lifter and all that stuff. So. But we're going to move on to our next fight. Free shipping and Lockjaw. I'm going to drive Lockjaw for this fight. But yeah, this one is actually a little bit of a dream match of mine. Because, like, Gary Jin and Donald Hudson are two absolute legends in the sport. And it would make sense to have these two go up against each other. Two powerful drivers, even if... And two pretty solid robots, and I imagine we get a heck of a fight if those two did ever meet in the arena. So far, Lockjaw winning the ground games very easily. And it drives pretty nicely too, which is always a nice sign. Let's see if I can get a wheel. Those exposed wheels are gonna be basically my big target. There we go, we got one. Oh boy, and almost got a flip on us. And we got another wheel. Alright, 3 wheels down. We got one more left to go. Still drives in somewhat a straight line, which was one of the things that really impressed me most about free shipping was that it was still able to drive as well as it did in the Tombstone fight, even with just one wheel, because it looked like Gary Jin was almost driving in like a straight line once again, even with the fact that you had a wheel on one side. At least it looked that way from my perspective. And okay, I guess that's a way to end this thing. But yeah, even if that was just a Gary Jin driving skill, which is very much possible, like, it's still absolutely incredible to see and all that fun stuff. So, but very impressive from Lockjaw. Very solid ground game right there, and and even nastier vertical spinners. So we'll move on to next fight: Eruption and free shipping. Or sorry, no, Eruption and Witch Doctor. Eruption and free shipping is coming next, and I'm gonna drive Witch Doctor for that fight. Yeah, Eruption and free shipping is coming after this fight, so you now know what fight's happening next. Yeah, and so definitely after seeing Eruption's first fight, it's got really good ground game to it, so we're gonna want to be very cautious. And oh boy, oh boy. Let's not get thrown out of the arena so quickly. No! Oh gosh, that was very close. Now we need to get out of there fast. Okay, there we go. Now you're mine, Eruption. Yeah, that was a very close call, as Eruption almost threw me out of the arena right there, and that's like the one big vulnerability in this fight, I feel. So we're gonna try to avoid a moment like that happening again. Oh boy, and we're taking wings off them. Now we're starting to get the edge in the ground game, at least. I kind of wonder if he broke something on the front. Oh no, no, get off. Not good. Oh boy. Eruption is still just as low as it was earlier. Oh, now we're starting to take pieces off of that flipper. As I can tell, that was definitely that gray piece right there. That was definitely a piece of Eruption's flipper. Oh, and I think we got a wheel right there, so less than 30 seconds to go in this fight. Oh, and I think we took off that last wheel right there. I think that just popped out of the arena, but very impressed with how Eruption was able to hold up to the attacks, even though I think it was pretty clear who won that fight. But anyway, we're going to move on to Eruption and free shipping. And looks like we're going to keep Eruption as the AI. I'm going to switch over to free shipping. Yeah, I kind of want to see Eruption take on a control bot this time, which is why I set up this matchup. And because I think it'd be interesting, I think it'd be a good test for Eruption to at least go up against like another control bot rather than another big spinner. So far we're pretty easily, free shipping's pretty easily winning the ground game. Hey! I think though if Eruption does get caught out, I think I'm gonna go round 2 for this one, just because we got out of the arena that robot in 15 seconds, so yeah, I don't think Eruption's getting out of there, so we're gonna go round 2. Okay, round 2. before we get to tonight's main event, which you can probably guess what it is, I feel, so if you haven't figured out what it is yet, go ahead and make a guess at least. See if you're right as for when we get to this next showdown. Oh, Eruption's getting underneath us a few more times in this fight. Not able to, haven't flipped us over yet. And I don't know if Eruption's kind of having the same issue as Big Dill. I was having with Big Dill earlier in this video or something, but gonna continue to corral the sides because Eruption can't flip us if we're at the sides, unless if there's a Havoc physic. Unless if the Havoc physics are gonna go crazy. Jeez, we almost had like a grapple on them. There we go. Let's torch Eruption. We always love a good grapple, and holy crap, that flamethrower was nasty. A little more than a minute to go in this fight, and dominating this fight for the most part. Jeez, I think Eruption's just really slowed down after that fire damage, but oh boy, they gotta flip on us. Oh boy. Come on. Oh, we're getting close. I'm trying to go for an out of the arena once again, similar to what happened in the last match. But we're coming up just short of it. But we're definitely getting a better control battle at least. This is kind of what I was hoping for with this one. Kind of get a more control-like battle between these two. Really show off like what these two can do like up against like non-spinners. Knowing Eruption's gotten 2 big vertical spinners so far in this video, and Free Shipping's gotten 1 vertical spinner and 1 control bot, but oh, almost got the last second out of the arena, and oh, that'll do it for that fight. That was a good fight. So okay, main event time. If you were predicting Lockjaw and Witch Doctor, you were right on that one, because that is the next fight. So I'm gonna drive Witch Doctor for this fight, and my eyes almost completely missed Lockjaw in that one, so. Alright, let's get this one underway. This is kind of like another dream matchup of mine, because like Witch Doctor and Lockjaw are like 2 of the original robots. It's like ever since Battlebots came back to ABC in 2015. These are 2 of the robots that have been around since like the beginning of that, and they've been in every season, even if Lockjaw did have an entire weapon change, but it still counts in my opinion. And we haven't gotten to see, I think, a driving battle between Mike Lately and oh boy, and Lockjaw's taking us apart, but I think a driving battle between Donald Hudson and Mike Lately would be like epic to see. And oh boy, Lockjaw's winning this for the most part so far. They did take a wheel off us. Or part of a wheel, maybe? Oh, we took a whole wheel off. Yeah, because, like, we're still driving perfectly fine for the most part. Because, like, our weapon's a little bit off balance. But, oh boy, Lockjaw's getting underneath again. Oh boy, and there's a whole wheel. Okay, so now we're Driving a little awkwardly now, probably because we got 3 wheels. Well, I'm sure Lockjaw's also driving a little awkwardly, since Lockjaw also has 3 wheels. I'm gonna drive this a little slowly but steadily. Hey, we took off another wheel, and so now Lockjaw now has drive on just one side now, but... Oh boy, oh gosh, and we lost a lot of our weapon right there. Yeah, we gotta be very careful and not show our show those other wheels to Lockjaw. Because Lockjaw might only have drive on one side, but it's still very much a threat. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, what the heck's going on? And the game is... Well, that was interesting. We're gonna tap out. We're gonna go round 2, because that was pretty fun. We got a fun back and forth fight between these two. Let's keep it going, and let's hope Lockjaw doesn't get stuck in the ceiling this time. It's always funny whenever something like that happens, and... Yeah, we're gonna do round 2. Definitely this was pretty back and forth. Both robots were doing a lot of damage to the other, and right now it's Lockjaw early on in this one. Oh gosh, let's... Come on, Witch Doctor, self-right. There we go, now we're getting a moment of our own in. Oh, we took off something on Lockjaw. I think that might have been part of the spinner or something. But yeah, I think a battle between Lockjaw and Witch Doctor would be really fun to watch. I hope we get a fight between Lockjaw and Witch Doctor, like, even this season. And, because, like, yeah, I think a battle between those two would be epic to see. It'd be a good war between two of the more powerful vertical spinners, like in Battlebots. Yeah, so far we're getting another pretty clean back and forth fight between these two robots. Yeah, we're doing some fork damage. And there goes a wheel on Lockjaw. Gonna try to stay on Lockjaw. It's better than Lock. Oh boy, we lost a weapon disc right there. Our weapon is starting to take some damage right there. It's like Witch Doctor's weapon reliability is catching up to it. Just like in the 2019 season. And oh boy, more weapon discs are off, but Lockjaw lost another wheel. Oh gosh, oh gosh. There we go. Lockjaw lost an entire weapon right there. Holy crap. I did not notice that, but I'm guessing it happened on that exchange that flipped me over. Alright, we got another wheel. One left. But we'll take the out of the arena. Alright. So yeah, that was a fun fight. And I think a showdown IRL between those two robots would also be, like, incredibly fun to see. And I hope we get it, like, even, like, this season or in a future season of Battlebots. Because, like, I think we need a showdown between two big names. Two like legends to Battlebots, Witch Doctor and Lockjaw would be absolutely epic, but anyway, this is not going to be the end of the video yet, because something you may have noticed is I haven't used Lockjaw's rear plow config or Duck's rear plow config. So what I'm planning on doing here is, because there's no horizontals in this group, I'm going to give those two robots one last fight each, where we're going to have them fight a classic horizontal spinner. We're going to have both of them fight Tombstone wherever it's hiding at. And I'm going to use the rear plow config. We're going to try both those configurations out, so. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing underway. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. And we did take it into the rails already. Like, so far it's taking the hit pretty well. Oh, let's not let Tombstone get to our exposed wheels. I thought about doing Bloodsport instead of Tombstone, because I know Bloodsport, in my opinion, Bloodsport seems to be the more powerful vertical or horizontal spinner between the two of them, but I thought it'd be more fun to do a robot that both Duck and Lockjaw have fought, Tombstone that being, so we're gonna go with that instead. So far, the plow is absorbing the impacts pretty well for the most part. Alright, let's turn the vertical spinner in. And we knocked some pieces off the frame, so it's a good sign. Oh boy, and now it's starting to take, now Tombstone's starting to take pieces off the plow. Oh boy, that was a huge hit. Alright, let's see if I can knock off some bits and pieces, and I think we're the ones losing the bits and pieces, though, every time I choose to go weapon on weapon, because Lockjaw's weapon definitely seems to be insanely delicate, but somebody went through the floor. And it was Tombstone, but okay, I think we'll probably call it that, and we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to flip it over to Duck, so. Definitely Lockjaw, like the plow overall was able to take some hits pretty well, but started losing some pieces right there, and we're going to see how Duck fares as well, so. Okay. And you might be wondering why I'm using the rear plow up against like horizontal rather than Tombstone at least, but if you don't know the full story behind it, what I heard is like a lot of people might have been really questioning why Duck went with that butt plow config, at least when they went up against Riptide in the recent season, which is what this is basically like designed off of. Basically what I have heard though is apparently Hal Rucker got asked by the matchmakers basically what type of robot would Hal want to fight at least. Oh gosh, Tombstone took that thing off in one piece. Well, that thing is more delicate than Lockjaw's plow, I think it's safe to say. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. Basically, apparently Hal Rucker responded with the horizontal spinner to that thing. Like, apparently, like, he suggested he wanted to take on a horizontal spinner for his third fight. But then he ended up learning later. So I'm guessing he designed that thing to take on that horizontal spinner. Whoever that was going to be without knowing who it was going to be. But, then apparently he ended up learning, like, he got Riptide or something like that. But I'm not sure how accurate that is, because I don't think I heard that directly from Hal himself. I think I heard that from somebody else on Uda, and yes! Oh my gosh, Tombstone's now sitting in place like a windmill. But anyway, I'm not sure how accurate that is, but, like, it's something that would make sense, because, like, was always curious, and, like, we had Matt Maxim on the episode review podcast for that one, and even he was wondering, why did Duck go with that configuration for Riptide? Because it probably wasn't going to do more than just slow down Riptide's egg beater, which pretty much is exactly what happened. And, like, that idea, while I don't know for sure if it's accurate, it makes a lot of sense. But anyway, that was a good way to end this thing. So I'm just going to say, we're going to close out the video right here. So once again, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button as usual. And we'll see another group of 8 in the next video. So yeah, I'll put a link down in the description for where you can find this mod so you can try out the Battlebots pack for yourself one day and all that fun stuff. So once again, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.